If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com. A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
At Planet Fitness, we're getting strong for the season's biggest games. Join now and your first month is free. Whether you're chasing a buzzer beater or your everyday goals, we've got next level amenities like red light recovery and hydro massage to help you rebound and recover. Plus, with the PF Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and access over 2,800 locations. Join now for $1 down, $24.99 a month, and get your first month free. No commitment. Deal ends Friday, March 13th. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Sponsored by the Downtown Lincoln Foundation. Here is your host, Derek Pearson.
Monday. It is 11:05. March 2nd. Look at us go. Look at us go. Is March the greatest sports month? What's the greatest sports month? September?
Depends on what your favorite sport is, I think.
This is a thing. It's a thing. It's a great question. What's your favorite sports month? I don't know. For some, baseball. April, opening day, all the opening days. Some it's October where baseball matters. Right? I don't know. 402-464-5685. The Starter Haven text line. You want to be a part of what we're doing? Hit me up. Hit us up. Box in the building. We'll talk to you for the next hour. Hand over to Adam Carricker, then Bach in the Black Shirt, full afternoon, old school. Tom Chattel will make an appearance. Full Mondays. We'll talk some wrestling with Caleb Smith, the All-American, and the national champion, Ridge Lovett. It's a full day. We got Haley Swindle and Desiree Butchert coming in. They had a good weekend, finished third in the toughest bowling tournament of the week. Kind of set the standard for what they need to get done going forward at nationals, etc. It's a long day, full week. And then, of course, we've got high school, the girls' state high school tournament starting Wednesday. Nick Sandert and crew, Austin Norman. Everybody on deck, all hands on deck to cover that. You can be a part of what we're doing. 402-464-5685. Hit us up. And then follow on all the live video streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, LO961, the Ticket app. Download it. Do it. And then Amazon Prime and Amazon Music. Available for your convenience. Two questions for you. Bach, kind sir. How the heck are you?
Hey, doing pretty well here. Like you said, it's March. It's spring's around the corner.
And it does feel like it's around the corner. It felt like it peaked around the corner and then ran back into hiding. For today, 37 degrees currently, say in the 40s, then we'll pop up to 50s and 60s later this week. So you get some at-home baseball. Are there rules for temperature minimums for baseball to play outdoors? Is there a number?
I'm not sure if I would assume there would be.
Like, I would think there'd be a number. I'm not sure. Like, currently at 37, tomorrow should be in the 50s. If it reaches 50, I think they're okay. Like, you don't mind as a baseball player. I'm pretty sure I've coached in games that were colder than 50 degrees. Absolutely, 100%. But there's that. Bach, will you, kind sir, please, would you pay the bills?
Yes, today's show is sponsored by Hamilton Telecommunications, bringing you the latest quality technology and communication services since 1901. Whether it's residential or business, Hamilton has the answers. Visit hamiltontel.com for more info today.
Thank you, kind sir. So I was thinking of headlines. The headline for me was letting Bach know that I'm on jury duty I'm on call for jury duty for the next 2 weeks. So make no plans and make every plan at the same time. I won't know. Literally, they can tell me at 3 o'clock, as late as 3 o'clock, between 12 and 3 every day. Like, hey, bro, we need you to show up. And I was like, but it's the busiest time of the year. Justice doesn't care. Justice does not care. And my hope is that whatever it is, it's not 2 weeks, right? And I also hope that it's a week. Either, Bach, are you an either person or an either person?
I'd say either.
Right? So it's either either. I hope that it's not 2 weeks, right? Monday through Friday. The Big Ten wrestling tournament is at Penn State, and Saturday morning starts first session 9 o'clock Saturday morning. So I'm all hyped about that, except for getting to State College is not easy, and by the way, all of the Big Ten schools are trying to get into State College. Not real easy to do. It's not easy to do. So yeah. I just remember, I thought like 40 was the number, but there are games. I've coached baseball in snow, quite frankly. So there's that. Look at Nick saying it. Hat backwards. Is that what the cool kids are doing now, Bach?
After Matt Rule did it, everybody took over.
Is the hat backwards the thing? Bone says, I believe baseball, they like to be above 35 to 40 to play ball. Yeah, I know there's a number, and we've been told the number. I just don't remember the number. Dirty Tony Boy says, late September, early October, you're getting a crossover of meaningful college football and playoff baseball, and football's in play. Thomas and Lincoln, what's up? He says his favorite month is November. What happens in November? Bach?
I mean,
Thomas, we're going to need details.
Yeah.
I'm going to need details.
When's the crossover where there's like the four major sports are all playing? I think that might be in November.
No, baseball's not playing in November.
Yeah.
Like if it's the crossover, it has to be when the most, that's why I said September is kind of the best month, because you get college football, NFL. You have everything except for basketball. You don't have basketball. I don't know. Hockey starts, right? I don't know. We'll figure that out. But this is where we were. Like I wasn't sure they were going to let me come out and play today. And I'll know about tomorrow. I'm back. I'll let you know. Along the way. I was asked this question. I was in DC and I made it back yesterday in time because again, jury duty. And I had to be there at 8 o'clock this morning. But I was asked this question, so I now ask all of you, and I will ask Bach, but texters, please tell me, what is the biggest what I read, that's funny. Funny and might be true or not true, not real sure. That he says maybe he chose November because he hates sports.
Say Nebraska football hasn't fared well in November in quite some time. So
you
might like rivalry week or something. I don't know.
I don't. But because there's not the rivalry week anymore. It used to be where Black Friday was that day, where everybody, like Black Friday, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, that weekend, it was rivalry week, but it's not really that anymore. There are several rivalry weeks, right? I mean, And we can have the discussion over Nebraska's main rival. And that's a whole nother discussion, right? That if you Creighton or Iowa. Like I was asked that. And for 1 year, Bob, for an entire sports calendar year, if every Nebraska program or any Nebraska program could beat Iowa or Creighton all year, which one would you choose? But it can only be one, right?
But you can't beat Creighton in football, though.
Well, but you can't beat Iowa in football, really.
Not right
now. You want that, right? You want the ability that in every sport to own your state. It's one thing to beat your neighbor. You got to win in your backyard, right? Or you have to win. You have to win in your front yard. Creighton is the front yard fight. Iowa is the backyard fence fight. Like that's the one. And I would say Iowa because you play multiple sports. Like you'll play them twice in basketball, right? You'll do that. Beating them in wrestling would change everything. Beating them in baseball. Oh, sir. Like I'm open to the discussion. So, yeah, Eric, don't get banned on a Monday. Don't get banned on a Monday. Don't get blocked on a Monday.
You know he's the
Choose your
resident
battle.
troll.
Choose your battles, bro. Choose your battles. You can't win, and this is a battle you can't win. Like you do understand when you challenge me on the text line that you literally it can only go one way. Like this, it's a loss on the text line. Cubster says the only correct answer is March. Yeah, I just thought that was, possible. But if you could choose one, Bach, what say you? You could choose to beat for a whole year. You could beat you be the Kings. You could be the Kings of Nebraska in every sport, or you can be better than your neighbor in every sport. What would you choose?
Well, again, for football, I'd probably go back to Iowa to include in the conversation. But the last 2 times you beat Iowa, you fired that coach, shortly
Immediately.
after. So I'm not sure.
Immediately.
Context matters too. But I mean, losing 10 out of 11 now to Kirk Ferentz, I mean, they've got to beat Iowa. And as we always say with Creighton, and I get what you're getting, like the rivalry, the hate aspect of it, all that. But like we always say with Creighton, it's probably overblown a little bit with how much we put on it in the beginning. That's what rivalries are for. But it's not a conference game. It's not going to matter as much as some of your conference games do in most sports.
There are people who really despise the folks from Omaha. And I've been told that several times. Like, they're like, don't underscore or devalue how much disdain there is between Nebraska and Creighton. But then I also said, I'm just not sure that it's greater than the disdain you feel for Iowa. Which games mean more, Bach?
Well, and then it's even more difficult, obviously, if you bring in the historical context of, neither of those teams are Oklahoma or Colorado. So, I mean, you've got, I think Nebraska's been separated and torn apart from who they hate and all that sort of stuff to begin with.
So it's really not a thing, right? It's really not a thing.
It's just interesting. Like Iowa is incredible to me because they've got 4 trophy games. And yes, Nebraska's one of them, but they're the newest one. So how much can Iowa hate Nebraska? You don't want to out hate the team that historically is better than
it
that
means
you're
more
better
to
than
you than them to win.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. It's a tough conversation with where Iowa's had Nebraska. Even in basketball beating them, and you got the Nebraska obviously has got basketball coming up. Just feels like Iowa just seems to get the best of the Huskers. And so I think partially it would be part of that too, is that, how has it gone lately? When Tim Miles could not beat Creighton, Creighton might be the right answer for this. But now because Kirk Ferentz is dominating Nebraska
so for the next year, remove football from the discussion, right? But you do have wrestling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do they wrestle Creighton?
I don't know. Not prominently,
they did. I don't think they did. Right. But if they did, If they did wrestle Creighton, that would be amazing. That would be so much fun. That would be. Can we give them a wrestling team? Can we do that? Can we give Creighton a wrestling team?
I guess with our leftovers, I don't know.
Just so you can beat them up. Just so you can beat them up. Like, you want some physicality in the win, right? Like, it's the thing that matters. It's there. I find it interesting. We've been working on a project for the station for a bit, and we're finalizing it. Sunday, March 8th is International Women's Day, and over the course of the season, we start to accumulate some talent. It's a talented roster that we have here. Current Huskers, former Huskers, coaches, former coaches, nonprofits, Lincoln community folks, educators, etc. And I take some pride in the ability for us to have different conversations exist in this space. Right? Just everything ain't for everybody, but everything should be for everybody. And it hit me on the National Girls and Women in Sports Day that we had a full roster of hosts. And then it dawned on me that Sunday, March 8th, International Women's Day, we have an opportunity to do something cool. Lincoln, Nebraska has a chance to do something that nobody, as far as I know, and Bach, you can correct me if you know of anybody that's done this. I would imagine, ESPNW or whatever. But this Sunday, from crack of dawn to end of day, we will have women hosts all day on the ticket. And it's all the women, the Emma Spences from Husker Gymnastics, Jillian Martin, all the bowlers, Arden Lockheim, Mackenzie Bream from golf. We'll cover all the sports up and down. Nicole Essex from Fitness Fanatics, of course, Sherry from Sherry and Mike, NXT in the morning. Rebecca Pearson with business early in the day. Rayleigh Coe from Husker Women's Tennis. A full day of discussions led by women, and it's an honor to be able to do it, and to have the personnel and the people to do it. Bach, correct me if I'm wrong, but we were told that this week's show for Rayleigh Coe from Husker for Husker Tennis features a special guest. Is that what you've heard as well?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Who would said special guest be? Bach?
Mentioned a little bit earlier, head coach Matt Rule planning on joining.
This is going to be, there will be several coaches. We're talking to the folks from Wesleyan because they've got some young ladies and some coaches who would like to be a part of this day. I have a sneaky suspicion that this will be a once a month thing that we'll have a day, because these are conversations, Bach, quite frankly, that you and I can't have. There are questions that can be asked that day that we can't answer. And it's better to have people in the programs who could kind of speak to the training, the nutrition, the work effort required, the stresses, the pressures, all those things coming directly from the voices of Husker and Wesleyan and Bellevue and Doane, having their people talk about these things. But we're going to kick it off. It's Sunday, March 8th, this Sunday, International Women's Day. We will, in fact, have a full day of programming. And I'm looking forward to it. It won't stop whatever we have on brick and mortar. I know there's some basketball on the brick and mortar, but for the most part, but you will be able to find all of these things on the streams all day Sunday. And this could be viewing it. I think it's a big deal to be able to support the women around athletics and the nonprofits in the space. So we will have some different conversations. Some different nonprofits are reaching out, trying to get on the schedule. It's a full day, but I did want to shout out the Husker athletes who stepped up and said, yes, we not only want to settle into this space, but we're willing to put ourselves out there and be pioneers to do this thing that, at least to my knowledge, especially in this space, a full day of women leading the conversation when it comes to sports and community here on 93.7 The Ticket. So, Bach, we'll take the first break. Headed into the first break, I'm going to ask this question, and I need you. What is the biggest Husker sports story this week? What is text line? Here's the thing. Whoever gives the best response, we will give you a $25 gift card, right?
Yep.
To where, Bach?
Liquid Assets.
Liquid Assets. We want to give it out today so that you can use it. We're sending folks down to Liquid Assets to watch Huskers UCLA tomorrow night. $25 in pocket, right? To come down and enjoy yourself. But the best text, what is the biggest Husker sports story this week? We'll get your answers. We will read them all when we come back to One-on-One.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Looking to get a room downtown or near South Lincoln? Abe Lincoln would tell you no to the Ford Theater and yes to Lincoln Hotel. Save up to 40% off downtown Lincoln prices with a nice clean room and comfortable stay. Lincoln Hotel is locally owned and offers a day pass to the city's largest locally owned gym, Good Life Fitness. Long-term stays are available. You can learn more about pricing and book your Lincoln Hotel stay today at staylnk.com or call 402-600-0565. That's staylnk.com or call 402-600-0565.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
At Planet Fitness, we're getting strong for the season's biggest games. Join now and your first month is free. Whether you're chasing a buzzer beater or your everyday goals, we've got next level amenities like red light recovery and hydro massage to help you rebound and recover. Plus, with the PF Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and access over 2,800 locations. Join now for $1 down, $24.99 a month, and get your first month free. No commitment. Deal ends Friday, March 13th. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Are you looking for something different for lunch or dinner in Lincoln? Big 8 is now open at 1226 P Street, serving seafood boils and Asian cuisine. Get your hands messy with fresh, flavorful seafood boils, hot, cold, and made to share. Or enjoy classic Chinese and Asian dishes, perfect for lunch, dinner, or a night out with friends and family. Big flavors, generous portions, and a brand new dining experience. Big 8, now open in Lincoln.
The wait is over. It's Truck Month at Anderson Ford, which means big selection and even bigger savings on Ford F-150s. Like lease a 2025 Ford F-150 for only $195 per month. The truck that's built to work hard and play hard. Another reason you'll experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1008409. Previous service letter. $195 per month for 36 months, 7,500 miles per year, 8,500 with tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 3/31/26.
Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join me and the rest of the 93.7 The Ticket crew as we bring you live coverage of the 2026 NSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament from Pinnacle Bank Arena. The action tips off Wednesday, March 4th. If it's being played at Pinnacle Bank Arena, it's heard on The Ticket. Class A to Class D2 all week long. Join us March 4th through March 7th as we crown 6 state champions from the 2026 NSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Are you tired of living in pain? At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, they make it simple. From head to toe, spine to extremities, they've got you covered. Their multi-specialty team of experts in orthopedic surgery, plastic surgery, podiatry, physical therapy, and occupational therapy all work under one roof to get you back to living life pain-free. Don't wait another day. Visit prairie-ortho.com today or call them at 402-489-4700. Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket immediately after every Nebraska men's basketball game for 1 hour of post-game recap. The Nebraska Basketball Postgame Show is sponsored by Union Bank and Trust, John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical, Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, and the Lincoln Airport on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
Back to One-on-One with DP. Sponsored by the Downtown Lincoln Foundation on 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back. Boxer. Please take care of the folks.
Yes, stop by Liquid Assets tomorrow night for their weekly trivia and stay for Husker basketball at 10 p.m. against the UCLA Bruins. Trivia starts at 7 p.m. If you are in the smartest in the building, you'll win gift cards and prizes to Liquid Assets. Stay all night tomorrow night for Nebraska UCLA as the Huskers can lock up the 2 seed in the Big Ten tournament with a win against the Bruins. Cheer on the Huskers tomorrow night at Liquid Assets, just off 27th and Yankee Hill Road in Lincoln.
Going to ask if you would be interested in watching the game at Liquid Assets. Let me know. Just put all in the text line. All in. That's what we'll do. Bach, it's a busy week in Husker athletics, and it was funny that we just got the notification. Of course, bracketology is in play for college basketball, and this is where the discussions start to be and where you project folks and such. The women's Big Ten tournament is this week. Huskers will play the early game Wednesday against Indiana. Bach, what's your gut feeling on that?
Well, it's almost a must-win for Nebraska. I mean, they've got to not so much for the Big Ten tournament, right? But for the NCAA tournament and to try to get in there. They did beat Indiana earlier this year. It was a close game. So I mean, it's they're kind of ranked right by each other for a reason. If Indiana had won that game, they'd been ranked where Nebraska is, or seeded, I should say, in the Big Ten tournament. So it's an important one, that's for sure.
There's some brilliance in this thing. So of course, Husker fans will love to tell you how they travel and how they support Husker Nation. The early bracketology for the women, and I'm on the point that Nebraska needs to beat Indiana to get in the tournament. Like I think they need to win to get in. I think they cannot lose to Indiana and still get in the tournament. But current bracketology today lists Nebraska as an 11 seed. 11 seed, and they would be in the play-in game against Princeton. 11 versus 11 play-in game, which I think is brilliant. I think it's spectacular. Because we know Husker fans are going to show up, right? You want ratings? You want ratings for the play-in games? Put Nebraska in it. Put the women from, because you can't do that for the men this year. The men are taking a different bus. Like they got a different flight this year. But as the 11 seed, and I'm not sure they keep the 11 seed. I'm not sure they get in if they don't beat Indiana. There are a lot of teams in the Big Ten who are in this. To give you some point of reference, UCLA is a 1 seed. Illinois is an 8 seed. Maryland is a 4 seed. Michigan State is a 4 seed. Let's see. Nebraska is an 11. Washington as a 7. Oregon as an 8. Minnesota as a 4. Ohio State as a 4. And that would be it. And they're playing. They've got Nebraska playing at the level of Colorado, Mississippi State. All of those are bubble folks. Just understand it. Those are the bubble folks. Those are the bubble folks. And if you don't have a good tournament along the way, this is a big deal. This is a big deal. By the way, hey, Bob, in the story, the biggest story buried this season, well, there's still 2 undefeated programs in college basketball. Miami of Ohio is undefeated. We know they're undefeated because we were tracking, but Gino Auriemma has put together one of the best women's seasons ever. At undefeated, number 1, in a tough time for it, as a matter of fact. UConn's undefeated. Have we become numb to Gino and UConn? Do you root for UConn's basketball excellence?
I've seen it. The thing has been there, you've done that, right? Seen it before several times,
right? So who would you root for, UConn or South Carolina?
That's a tough. I mean,
well, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
I'm not asking layup.
I was hoping you were going to give me a Big Ten team. I could cheer for the Big Ten, but
well, you could, because it's UCLA.
Yeah,
but I don't think anybody in the country is expecting UCLA to beat UConn head to head. They might, right? They're talented. They got the bigs, right? That certainly plays into it. But expecting it? No, not so much. Not so much. We were talking about the biggest Husker sports story of the week. Big Bird said, if you're providing childcare. Cleet from Link. Listen, Cleet, if you're around and you want to stop in, we will give you a $25 gift card, courtesy of the fine folks from Liquid Assets. Confirm all in, and we will do that for you. How's that? Here's kind of what's happening. So of course, beach volleyball is at home this week. Baseball has its first home games of the season, depending on weather allowing, right? Omaha is in town. South Dakota State is in town. Michigan State is in town. So it's a big weekend. Big weekend for men's tennis. Michigan State comes to town Friday. I'm trying to think of who's here Sunday. They travel on Sunday. The women are at home against Northwestern Sunday. Men's tennis will travel to Michigan on Sunday. Women's basketball, you're in the Big Ten tournament. Wednesday's huge. Huge. Ginormous day for the program. Huge. Husker baseball on the road. Husker softball at home. Big Red Spring Classic. South Dakota State. You're at home. You get to see this fantastic. First time you get to see eyeball to eyeball with Husker softball. Omaha comes in Saturday. Right? So an opportunity to see what Rhonda Rovell has put together. Pretty cool stuff. Iowa comes to town Sunday, Pinnacle Bank Arena. Wrestling. Big Ten tournament, Penn State. Couple of Huskers. Actually, Brock Hardy is the only returning, reigning, defending Big Ten tournament champion. But the seeds will come out later this week. Of course, we'll talk about it on Takedown Tuesdays tomorrow. Bach, what say you? What is the biggest Husker sports story this week?
Well, I mean, like you said, there's a lot to choose from. A lot of it's going to be results dependent, right? I mean, if you can win both basketball games, of course, that's a huge week. If you could win the Big Ten wrestling tournament, that would elevate beyond just Big Ten. So, I mean, it's some results dependent. But from where I could see, and of course, the women are, like we said, possibly playing for their season on the basketball court. But again, I think men's basketball has just got to be the lead here for me, because it's, how often do you have a top 15 team? And part of this is going to be, how does it finish? Right now, I think Nebraska seeding wise is probably going to do pretty good here going into the Big Ten tournament. The way things are playing out, they look, unless complete disaster happens and they lose both games and some other things happen, Nebraska will get the triple bye. But how you finish and then particularly can you get the revenge against Iowa will definitely shape a little bit of how we view this season. Now, the season altogether is going to be a resounding success. Can't wait for anything that goes into it otherwise, but you need to finish strong.
Is this the biggest week in Nebraska basketball history?
I mean, I wouldn't go that far. I mean,
that's why I'm asking.
Well, yeah, when you play, I mean, they haven't won those tournament games. When you play in tournament games, I think those are, do or die. Season goes home, can make history, all that sort of stuff. Nebraska, again, I could lose 2 games and wouldn't be complete disaster. Again, the season would still be an overwhelming success, but you're talking about preparing and getting into position for win or go home, right? And going into that as strong as you can. So, I mean, I wouldn't put it quite up there as the most important in history, but it's definitely a big week in Husker history.
Right. That it could, and these 2 games. Well, first of all, tomorrow's game, huge. Traveling West Coast, game that matters, team that's trying to play to establish itself, reestablish itself, confirm whether it belongs in this space or not, right? What is your comfort level for tomorrow night?
I mean, especially with where Nebraska's been recently, you even go to the game this past weekend down at halftime, right? I mean, it can be, you can be nervous for sure. UCLA's been able to knock off some opponents here, even recently in Illinois with the big comeback. So even no matter what type of lead you get, you might be nervous. They also beat Purdue this year. I mean, this is a pretty darn good UCLA squad coming off a loss to Minnesota, but still, so I mean, as good as Nebraska is, I feel good about it, right? I would bet on the Huskers, but I wouldn't bet the house.
UCLA in the same bracketology is projected as a 9 seed. A 9 seed. Does that confirm like they're top 40, top 35?
Yeah, and again, because of Nebraska's loss to Iowa, I think it reshapes how you view some of that. Like before that, it was like, okay, you're gonna have to be a top 15 team to beat Nebraska. Now we know. And maybe Nebraska's going to play the best game. Iowa's got to get whatever you want to put around it, but you can't just poo-poo a 6 seed or a 9 seed. I mean, Nebraska, you're going to have to go out there and earn those victories.
Iowa is projected as an 8 seed, just for grins and giggles. Iowa as an 8, Michigan as a 1 seed, and I don't think anybody would fight against that. Let's see who else from the Big Ten. Nebraska's currently bracketed as a 3 seed. 2 wins this week, they're 2 seed. Let me say that out loud. 2 wins this week, Nebraska's a 2 seed. Just going to say that. Purdue as a 2 seed. You understand why? Understand what we're saying. Wisconsin, 7 seed. They have UCLA as a 9. They have Vanderbilt as a 5. They have Illinois as a 2. Then they have Indiana on the bubble. The last 4 in includes Indiana. First 4 out, Ohio State and USC. So the Big Ten, the men's Big Ten tournament, pretty big deal, Bach. There are people, the NCAA tournament starts this week because all the seedings for this weekend, for next weekend, and in Chicago, and then being able to get into the tournament, big deal. Yeah, it's and shame. Why are they still hating on VCUs? Grow up, people. Grow up. That is terrible. That is terrible. Here's the other thing. So they had Nebraska as a potential 3 seed, which is important in the sense that Bach, they have them bracketed for Tampa. Tampa. Which I don't think Husker fans are going to care, quite frankly. But
That's a bowl destination Husker fans have been wanting to go to for
Right.
a while. So.
but here's why. And this is why I circle this. Nebraska wins twice. They move up to a 2 seed. You know what happens if they move up to a 2 seed? I'm gonna call out this bracket to you. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
That in that shape, they would face Wright State, the number 15, in St. Louis. Is St. Louis preferred over Tampa?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay. You know who else is projected in that bracket, Bach?
Who?
At number 10, the Aggies of Texas A&M. Tell me they don't have a plan. Tell me they don't have a plan. In St. Louis, the number 7 seed, Utah State. Winnable games, Bach. And some redemption, right?
Could be.
Some get back. If they stay in the 3, now, Bach, you ready for this? Just as it's listed, you ready to get excited?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think they have Nebraska as a 3 seed facing as a 14 seed? And because that's the game that matters. That game matters more than the final game of the Big Ten, unless it's a Big Ten championship win. Is that fair? Is that a fair statement?
Oh yeah.
Right? That this particular game, this opponent, will be the most important opponent in Nebraska basketball history. Right? They had, so let me give you the range. A 14 seed Austin Peay. A 14 seed, let's see here, Eastern Tennessee State University. 14 seed Cal Irvine. And in this particular case, the team that Nebraska would face to get its first NCAA tournament win ever, the Naval Academy and the Fighting Midshipmen. But can they do it?
They could. I mean, we'll see.
How do you feel about that? Like if the brackets were released next Sunday and they said Nebraska faces Navy.
Well, I mean, I think you like your shot there, like you said, with anybody there in
They better be Navy. You understand?
Navy's 25-6, 17-1 in the Patriot League. Lost by 12 to North Carolina.
But this is a really good Navy team. This is a really good, but there's no 7-footer, Bach. There's no 7-footer, Bach.
Leading scorer shoots 46% beyond the arc.
Fuck!
He's 5'11", 170. He's 5'11", 170.
Hey, let me introduce you to Sam Hoiberg. Let's see how this goes. Cale Jacobson and Sam Hoiberg, he has your attention. Fair?
Yes.
Fair. We'll close out one-on-one when we come back.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197. Are you looking for something different for lunch or dinner in Lincoln? Big 8 is now open at 1226 P Street, serving seafood boils and Asian cuisine. Get your hands messy with fresh, flavorful seafood boils, hot, cold, and made to share. Or enjoy classic Chinese and Asian dishes, perfect for lunch, dinner, or a night out with friends and family. Big flavors, generous portions, and a brand new dining experience. Big 8, now open in Lincoln.
It's seafood season at Amigos. Time to get that one-of-a-kind, crisp crab rangoon burrito and dip it in some sweet chili sauce. There's a crab rangoon Frenchie, too. Enjoy grilled fish, grilled shrimp, or crispy fish tacos, wrapped in warm whole wheat tortillas, topped with pico de gallo, cabbage, and Amigos Chipotle mayo sauce. From jumbo shrimp baskets or fish and chips to fish tacos, there's something for everyone. You'll love the bold, fresh flavors of seafood at Amigos. Amigos is serving up a brand new way to score the bold, fresh flavors you love with 8 affordable value meals. At $5 and $6, these meals are easy on the wallet, so treat yourself anytime. Sink into the new 3-cheese melt or taco melt, both stacked with crave-worthy flavor in every bite. There's crunchy taquito dippers, too, perfect for dunking in Amigos' famous ranch or spicy cheese. Big flavor, small price. Value meals at Amigos.
At Planet Fitness, we're getting strong for the season's biggest games. Join now and your first month is free. Whether you're chasing a buzzer beater or your everyday goals, we've got next level amenities like red light recovery and hydro massage to help you rebound and recover. Plus, with the PF Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and access over 2,800 locations. Join now for $1 down, $24.99 a month, and get your first month free. No commitment. Deal ends Friday, March 13th. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
If your home isn't delivering the year-round comfort you expect, call the experts at Bryant. Need service? Call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Do you ever feel okay in your current job and profession, but wonder if there's a better company that can offer more? Vision Mechanical is now hiring for journeyman plumbers and HVAC service technicians. Vision Mechanical offers top-of-the-industry wages, 100% paid health, disability, and life insurance, 401k with employee match, and paid holidays and vacation. Vision Mechanical believes in craftsmanship, teamwork, and building a better future, one project at a time. Apply today or learn more at visionmechanical.net or email Ron at vmech.net.
At DWE Generations, having a plan matters, especially when it comes to protecting what's most important. They work with individuals, families, and business owners to help make smart financial decisions that support life today and set the foundation for generations. David Darlington, Russell Walton, and Cody Eiler bring decades of experience, and their dedicated team provides follow-through, answering questions, explaining next steps, and staying connected as life evolves. DWE Generations, a generational wealth planning firm. DWE Generations is a marketing name for individuals doing business as representatives of Northwestern Mutual. Visit generations.nm.com or call 402-483-7871 and ask for David, Russell, or Cody.
Where there's smoke, there's flavor, and there's plenty of it at the Smokehouse at Super Saver and Russ's Market. Award-winning old world recipes made in Lincoln since 1984 with many flavors of smoked sausage and brats to choose from. The Smokehouse has something special for every season: brats and sausages for the grill, beef sticks and beef jerky for snacking, and smoked salmon, smoked turkey, or smoked hams for your holiday feast. Stop by the Smokehouse at Super Saver and Russ's Market today to fulfill your search for real flavor.
I am Harrison Arns, producer of Ticket Weeknights and Weekends right here at 93.7 The Ticket. My favorite things to do in downtown Lincoln are checking out all the local sports events, whether it's basketball, football, volleyball, or even Lincoln Stars hockey. I enjoy it all because I get to experience one of the best sports communities in the country.
This message is brought to you by the Downtown Lincoln Association and 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you looking for something different for lunch or dinner in Lincoln? Big 8 is now open at 1226 P Street, serving seafood boils and Asian cuisine. Get your hands messy with fresh, flavorful seafood boils, hot, bold, and made to share. Or enjoy classic Chinese and Asian dishes, perfect for lunch, dinner, or a night out with friends and family. Big flavors, generous portions, and a brand new dining experience. Big 8, now open in Lincoln.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
Back to One-on-One with DP. Sponsored by the Downtown Lincoln Foundation on 93.7 The Ticket.
Final segment. Let's go quick here. Here's the point to the whole what's the biggest Husker story of the week. We talked about a lot of sports. Hey, Bach, you know what we didn't talk about?
I think I know.
Husker football. We didn't talk about Husker football. There's a spring game in 26 days. There's a spring game in 26 days. Yeah. There's a lot of buildup to that, sir. And it may not be the story. Because there are a lot of things that could be going on March 28th that would be pretty spectacular. Enjoy your sports season, Husker fans. You are in a season of growth and a season of excellence. Things are going so well that the spring game on March 28th is still not the story. It will be the story. Granted, it will be the story. It's just not the only story. Get your eyes trained. Keep looking. Keep looking along the way. Bach mentioned the 5'11 shooter from Naval Academy. And I don't know, we get there, but that just gives you some idea about who the 13s and 14 seeds are, right? The teams that could possibly face Nebraska along the way. But the shooter from Naval Academy, yeah, I'm familiar with the kid because I had him at camp. I had him at camp in the Woodlands, Texas. Him and his sister. His mom was a baller. And as soon as my phone blew up, it's like, yeah, that's Austin. I was like, Orman? Orman may be able to shoot. I'm not sure he's that. Here's the question, Bach. Who would win a three-point shooting contest between you and Austin Orman?
Me.
Challenge accepted. Challenge. That must happen. That has to happen. Do we include Jay Foreman?
Include anybody you want.
Oh, get him, Bach! Get him, Bach! Oh, this is happening. The Ticket 3-point challenge is gonna happen. It has to happen. Oh my goodness gracious. This is so good. Oh.
It's like the one thing I'm confident in. I'll do that.
Oh, this is gonna happen. Oh, this is so good. Oh man. Yeah, that just made my day. This is gonna happen. Don't go anywhere. The big guy walks in the room. Austin Orman is somewhere scratching his neck and he doesn't know why. Adam Carricker up next here on The Ticket.
At Planet Fitness, we're getting strong for the season's biggest games. Join now and your first month is free. Whether you're chasing a buzzer beater or your everyday goals, we've got next level amenities like red light recovery and hydro massage